My name is Angela Guido. I'm the founder of Career Protocol. I've been an admissions consultant for over 13 years now and a career coach for, I want to say 16, not quite 20 yet. My post-MBA career started at BCG, and I was a consultant for the Boston Consulting Group. And then I transitioned into recruiting. And at that time, my job was to get more diverse individuals into the firm through assisting them in preparing for interviews. And at the time I was studying screenwriting. So I created this workshop that I went around to all of the top MBA programs and delivered on behalf of BCG to help people learn how to tell their stories in the most inspiring way in the interviews so that they could get an offer from BCG. And this particular intersection of creativity and helping people was just like this magic formula for me. And so after a couple of years in that role, I left to start my own career coaching business. And I discovered MBA admissions consulting around the same time because I have an MBA myself. Assisting people through the MBA admissions process is a bit like career coaching on steroids, because there are so many different components to the application, and people really need to know themselves and know how to communicate who they are to be able to be successful. And that's the root of all great career coaching. It's all about helping you understand yourself and then go out and get what you want from the role that you are seeking, from your network, building support for who you are and what you want to achieve. And so I just fell in love with coaching MBAs because they're so motivated, they're so visionary. So almost everyone who works with Career Protocol, really everyone who works with Career Protocol, has a desire to lead a major change in the world. They're really trying to have a positive impact on our society, on the world, on their fellow human beings. And that just makes them, from my perspective, the best people to work with, because they're really trying to make something happen in the world. And it's just inspiring to be a part of that. So that's why I kind of got into MBA admissions consulting and why I've never left it and probably never will. We have really only one core service that we offer to MBA applicants, and it's called our Authentic MBA Application Package. It's a really easy decision because that's the only thing we do, but it's incredibly comprehensive in that it includes a ton of self-discovery at the beginning. So we put a lot of emphasis on helping clients really understand who they are, understand their values, their strengths, and their most important experiences that really translate to who they are and where they want to go in their career. Then we also spend a lot of time on career development, on developing that career game plan, figuring out goals, building their network even before they apply to business school so that their candidacy is more credible and more inspiring, also to them, also to themselves. Like that's really the key to success, is being inspired and being inspired by who you are and inspired by where you're going. So we put a lot of investment into that. Then our interview prep. So then of course we go through the whole application process. We cover all the essays, all the recommendations, the resume, the short answers, everything. It's like really all inclusive. And then when the interview time comes, we put them through the Interview Hero training program, which is a course based on my best-selling book on interviews called Interview Hero. And that's like an 8-hour video training program. Then we do mock interviews. So our interview preparation process is really designed not just to, clear the bar of the MBA interview, but to even prepare them for interviews like a BCG interview or a McKinsey interview or an Advent interview. It's to really get them skilled up in the interview arena, which is essential for MBA success. And then finally, after they get in, after we've helped them with waitlist, scholarships, choosing schools, then we put them through what I call YOMO, which it stands for You Only MBA Once. And this is our pre-MBA recruiting preparation program, because what most people don't understand is that Getting into business school is actually the easy part. Getting the job you want on the other side is actually much harder. It's much more competitive because you're competing with all the amazing people who got into your school for a finite set of jobs that everyone wants. So we're helping our clients build their network, figure out their value proposition, evaluate job offers, understand what they want to target when they get to business school so that they're more successful in the recruiting process during their MBA. So like that's the whole thing. It's a huge package and you can buy it for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 schools, but that's what we offer. Since our DNA is in career coaching, like I said, our goal is really to develop our clients in the year or so that they're with us so that they're more capable and more successful in both the short and long term in their career. Because the MBA is just one of many, many, many steps in your career. And what we're aiming for is true long-term success with our clients. Because again, we're only working with people who are really trying to make a positive change in this world. We want them to be as successful as possible. So the foundation of everything we do is in the soft skills, executive communication skills, all of the pieces that are ultimately going to make them so much more successful in the long run, no matter what they decide to do in their career. And because they're so motivated to work on themselves and to get into business school, it's the ideal time for them to be developing themselves in this way, because we have the whole year to work together. We have all the pieces of the application. We've got a lot of material and we've got a really amazing concrete outcome, which is MBA admission that we're working towards. And so the time that we spend together is fruitful, not just in achieving that outcome, that short-term outcome of admission, but also in terms of cultivating in them skills that are going to serve them for the rest of their career. And that is what all of our clients say, that they still refer to their life story PowerPoint that we created, 5-6 years into their career. They still use the storytelling skills that they developed with us in their leadership roles as a manager, and so forth and so on. And that's really our goal, because like I said, we're aiming for long-term success, not just admission. The career protocol unique value proposition is that we are building up your knowledge capital and your capacities for the long term. So it's kind of like 2 for 1. You're almost certainly going to get into business school because almost all of our clients do. But you're also going to grow as a person while you're working with us. And as far as I can tell, we are the only firm that looks at the application process in that way, where we're really trying to help our clients grow as people and as thinkers and communicators and leaders while we're together. We do have a screening criterion, but it's not based on grades or scores or career competitiveness, all the things that on the surface are reasonably well correlated with MBA admission success. But we don't filter our clients on that basis. Rather, our sort of, how do I want to put this? Our filter to decide who is really meant to be working with us or not has much more to do with their character and their goals. So when we're talking to people in our free consultation calls, and even in the form to get into that call, we're asking about their ambitions, how they want to make the world a better place, what their core values are that they strive to live up to in their daily life. And if people don't have thoughtful answers to those questions, or if they skip those questions in our form, we don't speak with them. We don't even invite them to have a call, because you have to have something you're bringing to the table to have the desire to grow in the way that we're going to push you to grow in the time that we're working together. And whatever your GMAT score is, whatever your grades are, whatever your career is, that can all be overcome through strategic school selection, career game planning, and excellent storytelling. But the one thing that we can't fake is heart and passion. And so if you don't have that, then you're not going to be a good fit to work with us. I'm really biased because I continue to reap value from my MBA every day. It didn't benefit me in exactly the ways that you might think, but it has continued to pay off, and I would do it again 100 times out of 100 if I was given the option. But what I would say is, if you're looking at the MBA and you're deciding, wait, is this for me or is it not for me? I could really talk about this like for half an hour, but let me just give you one simple question to think about as you're contemplating the MBA. And this is that question. Given what I think I want to achieve and who I think I want to become over the course of my entire career, keeping in mind that's 30 or 40 years from where you are today, given what you want to accomplish and who you want to become in that window of time, can you see concrete benefits that the MBA will give you in that long term of your career? Because in the short term, it will likely benefit most people by potentially giving you a bump in your salary. And in the long term, it will potentially dramatically amplify what you're able to achieve, the respect and credibility you're able to engender with people, and the confidence that you're able to have in yourself. But those are not things that are going to pay off in year one. It's going to take a long time for you to really even be able to understand those benefits. So really the bottom line filter is, do you have a long-term vision? Is there something that you want to be in the next 30 years that's worth investing a lot of time and money now to maximize your potential in the long run? And as long as you see that the answer to that is yes, or probably yes, then you should apply.